The Insider's Guide welcomes you to the Armadillo Palace. The food at the Armadillo Palace is an eclectic mix of Texas Gulf seafood, Tex-Mex, and bar food, and great drinks. There's live music most every night, and the Armadillo Palace is a one-of-a-kind place to kick back, have a cold one, and enjoy some of the best entertainment Houston has to offer. If nothing else, you should stop by just to get a selfie with the world's largest armadillo. We're here with Levi Good of the Good family, who's actually been in Texas for 5 generations now. And we're in Armadillo Palace, and Levi's going to tell us all about it. So Levi, you all have a number of different concepts as part of the restaurant chain. Obviously, we're here in Armadillo Palace. What other restaurants do you have?
So our brand is Good Company Restaurants, and we specialize in regional Texas fare. So we have Texas barbecue restaurants, Gulf Coast seafood restaurants, we have a Tex-Mex restaurant, and we also have the Armadillo Palace, which we do Texas comfort fare at.
And one of the things that I always like to show people when I come here is just all the stuff that's on the walls and just the ambiance of the place. Where did that come from? How did y'all get to this point here where you just sort of have this homey, honky-tonk feeling type of bar restaurant?
Sure. So our original restaurant started in 1977 across the street from Armadillo Palace. And we had this, before it was Armadillo Palace, we had a retail store here where we sold a variety of different cooking and grilling accessories. And before that was a warehouse. And anyway, we realized that retail business wasn't near as fun as a honky-tonk business. And so we decided to take our retail business online and gave way for the Armadillo Palace. And we proudly boast the coldest beer in the state and great food and music to go along with it.
Now, as I was saying earlier, every time I bring somebody here, I insist on them getting a selfie, and we've done that. We'll do that before we leave. But you were telling me before there's a really good story about that armadillo that sits out front welcoming people into the restaurant.
Right. So we've got a 15-foot silver-cladded armadillo out front. We wanted to open a beer joint honky-tonk. It didn't have a name for it before we came across this armadillo, and it just kind of all fell into place. We were on one of our buying trips for some of the Old West collectibles that we like to collect up in Cody, Wyoming. And this armadillo was on the outskirts of town. We drove by it and ended up striking a deal with the lady that owned the armadillo and brought it on back to Texas. But originally, the armadillo was a DJ booth up in the painting.
A DJ booth in that armadillo. Can't see that now, though, right?
It's there's a secret access to it. You got a special key to get in, but. It's still got lime green shag carpet and wood paneling and a couple turntables in it. And it would get pulled around to weddings and parties, and the guy would spin records out of the armadillo.
So am I putting you on the spot if I say, if anybody comes here and says, hey, I saw the Insider's Guide, can you let me see the secret compartment?
It just depends on who it is. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you so very much for having us. I love the place, and we love coming here. Thank you so much. All right. All right.